Ryan Heinert, congratulations on finishing your basketball career. Talk about when you first started playing, how old were you, and to kind of take us through the years.
So when I first started playing basketball, I was around 2 years old. My mom actually bought me one of those little basketball hoops you store inside the house that are made of plastic. I've been playing ever since then. Had a lot of memories along the way. I really want to take this opportunity to thank all the coaches and teammates I've had over the years. I was very fortunate enough to be able to travel a lot with my parents and able to play a lot of travel ball. So I'm very lucky and great privilege. Some great memories I've had were just like traveling with the team, just the practices, getting to know everyone. I was only a scooper for 3 years, but I made some great relationships along the way.
Talk about some memorable Scooper games.
So, memorable school games, anytime we play Spearfish, we always play them down the wire. It's a very fun atmosphere, both schools respect each other, but it's always great to get, both teams in here. We had a great cause last year about bringing food, like canned goods in. I would say a lot of the rapid schools that are fun games. I really enjoy the Easter trips or when they come down here. It was really fun to have like that atmosphere. First 2 games playing against Pierre and Aberdeen, those are very memorable. Big student section. Going over to Mitchell, Huron, would like to have those ones back, but we compete our butts off, and those are very memorable. I got to travel, see what's around, talk to teammates, get to really know each other, bond. Yeah.
And talk about your shooting skills. Is that natural talent or a lot of hard work?
I would say it comes with repetition. My mom I would give a lot of benefit of the doubt to her. She gave me a lot of tips, and I definitely, I guess the big thing she wanted me to do and improve on was my range. And she had me work in the gym all the time. There was drills, there was a certain amount of reps. Even if I wanted to do it, she was pushing me constantly, and I'm very grateful for it. And I guess I really enjoyed playing basketball as well. So it wasn't too much of a battle for her to get me to go in the gym and shoot.
And Ryan, talk about your coaches over the years.
So yeah, I was introduced with Dana Dental Arts with Coach Mick and Coach Nicole. They really had a humongous influence on my basketball career, and they're still a big part of my life. I really respect them, and they really taught me a lot about the game. Then I had, as a freshman, Coach Skoglin, who taught me a lot about the game. I came here real quick for the last 3 years. It flew by, but I really want to thank Coach Darius Buss, Coach Hilton, Coach Skinner, new head coach, really respect him. Coach Cass, Coach Nagel, Coach Saloon, Fonson Saloon. Those guys really had a big impact on my growth here as a person and as a basketball player.
With graduation coming up, what are your future plans?
So I plan on playing basketball in college. I'm not sure where yet. I've kind of got it limited down to a few schools. I'm going on a few visits. But besides that, what I have planned for is I will be studying physical education, getting a career down that path. But I really plan on playing basketball in college.
All right, best wishes.
All right, thank you.
Visiting with Noah Schaefers, congratulations on completing your senior year. Talk about your career playing basketball. When did you start?
So I started in 6th grade. I was in Watertown, but then I moved here. Really got into it 7th grade with Coach Carsey, and 7th grade was real fun.
What are some of your memories playing basketball here with the Scoopers?
My memories, my favorite one so far is playing Spearfish in Spearfish. We went into overtime. We lost, unfortunately, but really cool game. Also Pierre and Aberdeen this year, Mitchell and Huron this year, all those close games.
Who are those you kind of look up to over the years, whether it be family, friends, coaches?
My mom and dad, obviously, because they're my biggest supporters. Coach Skinner, Coach Koletsky, even though he's not my basketball coach, he's helped me out. Hilton, and all those guys.
And how about future plans?
Next year I'll be playing football for BH. I'll be playing offensive line, and I'll hopefully get a degree in physical therapy.
All right, thanks and best wishes.
Yep, thank you.
Dylan Vetter, congratulations on completing your high school career. Talk about when you started playing basketball.
I started playing basketball probably like when I was 2 years old. I was kind of born with like a ball in my hand of some kind, and my dad signed me up when I was like 5 for basketball, and I've been playing ever since. He was always kind of my coach. He's been like my biggest help throughout all the years. My mom been like one of my biggest supporters, along with like my sister. My sister I always looked up to. She played basketball. She was 3 grades ahead of me, so I was always at her practices playing on the sideline while my dad was coaching her, and then eventually he started coaching me, and we went into travel ball together, and then eventually I started playing middle school, and then came up into high school.
What are some of your favorite Scooper basketball memories?
Definitely probably the Pier game this year. I think that was a really big win for us, especially since Pier has been so good for so long before, and it was a really big win for us, especially with it being our first win of this year. And the atmosphere of the game was awesome. Another game would have been like the Central game this year, the second time around. An overtime game, very electric, high scoring. Felt like neither team could really miss, and you never really knew who was going to come out on top of it. And then probably one of my favorite memories was on the long road trips, probably, in like hotels, spending time with your friends. Like, you don't get a lot of those memories throughout your life, and to be able to spend them with like people that are as great as like my teammates, that really special.
And how about future plans?
I'm planning on probably attending Western Dakota Tech and potentially becoming an electrician afterwards, and go from there.
All right, best wishes.
Thank you.
Davin Ostby, congratulations on completing your basketball career here at Sturgis High School. Talk about when you started playing basketball and take us through the years.
I started when I was really little. I was probably about 6 years old, playing around the yard with my mom. We had a basketball hoop in our driveway most of the time, and then I grew into it, and when I moved over here to Sturgis, I ended up playing for the community center. I was pretty young, I think about 8 years old, and since then moved on to middle school and then eventually to high school, and I've played all throughout.
Who were some of those who helped you along the way? Coaches, friends, family?
I would definitely say my mom. She was a big supporter along the way. She definitely was always there in the gym with me if I needed it. A couple friends were always in the gym, and then obviously coaches. 7th grade, Carsey, she was a big role. 8th grade we had Justice, he was really big, and then into high school we had Hilton and Cass, Nagel, Coach V, and then obviously Skinner always helped throughout the way.
You have any favorite Scooper basketball memories?
Definitely always playing Spearfish here at home. It's always a big atmosphere, big student sections, always people supporting, and then just like road trips all the time. Really big, be able to spend time with your good friends, teammates on the bus rides, and getting to know each other.
And how about after high school?
I plan to move down to Michigan, or over to Michigan, studying aviation mechanics, and then go from there, hopefully stay around there.
All right, congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you.
I'm Dan Skinner. I'm the head boys basketball coach at Sturgis Brown High School. We finished our 24-25 season at 9-11, and then we lost our playoff game in the Sweet 16. It was a tough-fought battle against Huron. They're a tough basketball team, always kind of have been, the way they play, especially up in their place. You know, it's a packed environment, it's a fun gym, and it's a good experience for our boys going in there and into that hostile environment and playing. Obviously, they're a really good basketball team. They've got the Elwine kid, they've got a couple other kids inside, but our boys played tough. It was pretty close. They got out to a pretty big lead there in the first quarter. We battled back, had it to within 6 points. Going in there till halftime until we kind of gave up 4 right before the buzzer sound with about 35 seconds left. And so then we had a kind of a 10-point lead, or a 10-point difference there going into halftime, and then it was a 10-point game at the end of the game. And so we played them tight in that second half, but ultimately just didn't get the job done. But that game doesn't define our team, doesn't really define our season. We had goals to make in the state tournament, came up a little bit short of that, but you know, that happens. Sometimes that's what sports is. We had a lot of those battles throughout the season. Some of them we won, some of them we lost. You look at games like Spearfish, you look at games like Stevens, games like the second time we played STM. You know, those are tough-fought battles against really good teams, and the ball can go either way. You know, a bounce here or a bounce there, or a made shot here or a missed shot there, and it's a different ball game. It's a different season. But then we had some breaks go our way. You know, like the game against Rapid City Central. We were down, I think it was 25-9 early. The game against Hill City, that one was wire to wire. We ended up squeaking that one out down at their place, and now they're playing in the Class A state tournament. So, you know, a lot of ups and downs. But I tell the boys that's kind of, you know, that's the cool thing about sports is it prepares you for, you know, things after high school, and there's going to be ups and downs throughout your time, and being able to handle that both emotionally and on the court are valuable skills. So. You know, we graduated a lot of seniors. We had 10 seniors out for basketball this year, and hopefully some of those things and some of those skills that they can take with them and use, you know, far beyond their time here at Sturgis Brown. Going into next year, obviously losing 10 seniors is tough, but we've got some strong individuals coming back. Obviously, you guys saw a lot of Hayden and Jackson, Kano, and we'll look on those guys definitely, and their leadership that they're going to bring. But then, I'm excited about some underclassmen too. We had Jack Jolly, Gage West, Greer Simon all sit on the varsity bench. Now they didn't get a ton of playing time, but they manned those JV roles and those JV minutes and did a great job at that level. And then we'll have to have some guys step up, and that's just what that's what programs are. You're not recruiting, you're just taking the kids and asking them to fill bigger roles and into bigger shoes and get the job done. And so, guys like Taden Larson, guys like Dion Ekafee, we got some other juniors coming back, Ethan Graff, Jude Lagner, Seth is one of them, and just looking for those guys to step in and fill the shoes of this senior class.